Hello, everybody. I am official Mystic Veiled. Today, I will be going over some good ways you can find out if you have any of these negative one spirits or negative one psychics around you right now. If you're spiritual sleep, then you need to do some spiritual work. If you someone is spiritual asleep watching this video, then you need to do some spiritual work to help you out to get spiritual awake. Once you are spiritual awake, it's going to really help you out to spot out the negative one spirit and the negative one psychics around you. Doing a whole lot of things you did not notice before. But now, since you're spiritual awake, you do notice these things. From the biggest thing to the mid thing, even to the very fine small thing. You now more like notice these things. You start to pick up new vibration waves of stuff in the air. You can easily feel that feeling more like as if someone is looking at you, but when you look back, it's nothing there. So you go out your day like you normally do. Then the next day you start to pick it up again. Then the next day again. And then your senses start to increases. Then you start to pick up even more stuff. Then you just more like sitting down, meditating. And then more like you feel something literally go by you. Then something goes by you again the next day. And then the next day. Then you start to pick up more the vibration, the feeling. Everything is starting to get more and more increase each day. Then you can start to like feel something literally go by you and you're not even meditating. You're just watching TV. You still feeling something go by you. Then another thing go by you. After so many days has went by, your senses now at to another level. Then you start to like reading vibrations, just like you're reading more like a book. After this thought, then the next thing start to develop with you. Your eyes. You start to see a little shadow go across more like at the center when you're looking at. And you wonder, what was that? Then you sort of see this shadow thing come across you one off the walls. Like literally off the walls, then under the ceiling. Then you start to realize what is going on with you at this time. First thing come to you is it must be because of due to stress or sleep deprivation, or you think it could be a mental health condition like a psychotic disorder going on with you at this time. It is very important for you not to jump on to these conclusions. These things could be going with you, especially during your big spiritual awakening. As the days goes on, your senses start to increases, and you start to more like see more of these things are forming right in front of your eyes, off the wall, off the more like the ceiling, and the vibration feeling is starting to materialize into more of a sound, into words. The stuff you see off the wall start to dematerialize from the actual ghost version you've been looking at into more of electricity, and start showing bone structure and mug went across more like your wall and ceiling. You start reading what is going on with you at this time. Oh man. Then you start to realize these things you are looking at is indeed real. This is not no hallucination that you're going through. This is a spiritual awakening, and your senses are now open and wide to other things out in the world around you. Now these things on the ceiling, on the wall, going around you are a bunch of more negative one spirits and negative one psychics going around you like that. This is a part of more the huge scam going around in the world, in the physical world, and in the spirit world. Now, if you go on to anyone and talking about this, a lot of people will tell you more. You need to go to the doctor, get yourself checked out, more like saying these things about these things. Now, going by what I read and found out by listening to more like other people, they will more like put you on some pills, and these pills will do this to you. Will depress your senses back down. So these negative one spirits and negative one psychics be going around you doing a whole long list of many things out you being aware of these things going to you. These negative one spirits and psychics like to pick certain spots in your household to hang out at. One spot is your fan. The next spot is your central heater. They like to be right there at times too. Another big spot they like to be into, more like in your television. They like to jump themselves into all kinds of electronics around your household. And they like to be moving out of different parts of the house you're in too. And when you get into your car, they be in there as well. They're around when you're at the gas station pumping your gas. They're at the grocery store when you're more like picking up your grocery. When you're at the mall, they're there too. More like into more different spots of the mall. Going here, going there, on the walls, when they're sitting different spots into the mall as you be walking around picking up your stuff. So they be following you everywhere. Once they actually got around you, they would definitely attack you, steal your energy at times. I talked all about this in my other videos. You can check those out as well. Over 50% of the human race is in on this scam between the spirit world and the physical world. Those doctors that tell you so many different stories what's going wrong with you, and then they want to put you on some pills, or they want to hit you with some type of shock. They are definitely as well in on it, but they definitely ain't going to tell you about that. After all, they're part of more like this scam going around here. As long as those doctors more like got you believing all this nonsense, what's going on with you, especially you just more like been spiritual awakened. Now, as the doctors telling you this and that, what's wrong with you, and more like want to hit you with more like pills and shots, then more like this going to only cause you to get back to more like spiritual sleep. So you will be unaware of these very important detailed things are going around you on a daily basis. And you do not need to more like be spiritual sleep where all that kind of stuff is happening to you. And here goes some of those stuff they be doing to you as well. The negative one spirit and psychics. Now, these negative one spirits and psychic will literally come up to you and send you a message trying to get you to cut a deal with them for you can cough up your energy. What they would call power. If any of these might come to you and more like try to do that to you, automatically say no. Energy or power is very extremely important. So say no for a long list of many reasons. Say no to them. Now, the negative one spirits and psychic as well, they will send you different messages and try to oppose as different things from more like you have seen off TV and things more like you have read in books, trying to pose as if they are this thing and that thing, lying to you the whole time. If they lie to you, more like yeah, that's a negative one spirit and psychic going by my personal experience. You should not more like be taking the word they are this thing and that thing for many reasons. It is a very long list of many different things. Now, if you more like pick up the vibration of them, you probably might think they maybe be what they are claiming to be, but they are not that. They're still lying to you. So definitely more like do not be taking what they be saying. Now, here goes some of the stuff they're trying to more act like they are some type of demon, or they try to act like they are some type of devil. I tell you now, they are not these things. The whole time like I've been spiritual awake. I have not came across not one demon, but I have came across a bunch of more like negative, more like spirits, and negative, more like psychic, opposing as they are more like a demon, opposing that they are some type of devil, or more higher than that, posing as. But I found out they are not what they are claimed to be. Now, going by what I have learned, these different things they do to you, do not think the thing they do to you can only go one way. These things they do to you can go both ways. So if they can do it, you can do it. So if they're doing something, you can do it too. More reason for you not to more like go by the false claim they are this and that. You do not need to more like fear them. By fearing them, you giving them more like some power to do things to you. So do not give them more like power in that way. Keep your power and more like and keep your confidence against them. Do not be afraid of them. Have more like a confident smile, a confident mindset, a positive, strong mindset, invincible more like mindset. So definitely more like do not be more like fearing them for many, many, many reasons. If you woke up at nighttime, if you had something touch you, or someone that you know told you a story, something touched them, well, that was them. That was a negative one spirit did that to them, or it was a negative one psychic did that to them. Have you ever heard these stories? Different people say, well, I have kicked back and I watch more like they stream, or they watch a lot of them, and then more like other people said they was around them, or they felt more like the presence of them. Well, the only reason why they felt a presence more like of that person, because that person has literally came over there spiritually, came around there spiritually. That psychic literally came over there. So these stories are indeed true. Now, of course, if you were directly more like ask this person this question or text them that, they would deny it. But yes, that was them. But it is a chance, a small chance. It maybe was not them, but it's a very high chance. It was them. Very high chance. When it comes down to your electronic, not only do they like to more hang around into your electronic, at times they like to do other things as well. Control your electronics. A good example like your air conditioning heater. Sometimes they want to more like keep it going. So they'll literally more like keep your air conditioner or heater going. And when they're doing this, they cause them more like to raise up your bill or higher. Now, if you really notice more like your heater, you really can tell if it has been any increase or decrease. If you really notice, some people notice, but a whole lot of people really don't notice these things. But yes, they do be doing that too. Now, here's a test. If they're trying to pose as if they are some type of more like the highest of the highest, or trying to pose as more like something like an angel or something like that. Here's an easy test, and they want you to believe what they are. Here is that test. You need to go in the room, grab yourself a towel or something more like can cover up your eyes easily. But before more like you put this stuff on your head, you need to more like grab yourself a brand new book. A book you have not read at all. Now, after you got the blindfold stuff on your head and got your brand new book in your hand, randomly flip the pages in this book. Doesn't matter where it's at. Start where you actually feel comfortable at. Once you find the right spot, feel comfortable to you, you can pick more like the left or the right side. And the first three more like paragraph up to the top, ask them, what do this say? Now, whatever is trying to pose at you, do not want to do this, start to give you a long list of many other excuses trying to get out of it, then whatever it is, it's not what it claims to be. Once you see it cannot more like answer your question, more like you can more like pick the book down, take out the blindfold, and that'll be it for more like his false claim. that was a negative one spirit or a negative one psychic trying to pose as something. If somehow it try to tell you to do it again, do not do it again. That be it for more like that, trying to more like prove to you, oh, it's this and that. You now know what it is. It got to be a negative spirit or a negative one psychic opposing as whatever it is trying to pose as. That brings me into the next important thing here. Now, if you're born more like a disability, if you got more like some really issues going on with you and stuff, then these things do not apply to you. If you experience some other stuff, this is more like in the natural category. So you do more like need to go to the doctor and listen to what the doctor got to say on that. But if it's someone more like haven't been born like that, haven't more like been taking any weird drugs to mess up more like detailed section of your brain, been into some more like some accident, and as well more like if you're someone's spiritual awake, then yes, this apply. But if you're born like that, more like got different things, these things do not apply. But if you're spiritual awake and you find out all these things, then that's different. So it do apply. On that, now how do you deal with the negative spirits and negative psychics around you? How do you deal with them? That brings us into the next category. Step 1, the cleaning. Out with the old. Before you build a shield, you have to clear the air. The action. Stand in the center of the room. Use a bell, a chime, or even just ribbon clapping. Move toward corners of the room. The intent. Imagine the sound wave breaking up. Heavy or sticking cloud of energy. Here is a phrase you can say to help you out. Internal or allow. Any energy is not mine, and any energy that do not serve me must leave now. This space is mine. Now time for step 2. The shielding. In with the protection. Now that the space is clear, it is time to put up the filter. The visualization. Close your eyes and image a bright, a shimmer of light, like a mirror or a golden egg, beginning at your heart and let it expand until it surrounds your entire body, about an arm length out in every direction. The intent. This is not a wall that shuts you off from the entire world. This is a filter that lets in kindness and light, but makes negativity to slide right off. The phrase you should be using: I am safe inside my own light. Only peace may enter here. Step 3, the ceiling, locking the door. To make this protection stick, you will need a physical anchor. The action: drink a full glass of water, or you can go eat yourself a small piece of dark chocolate or fruit. The reason this grounds the spirit's work into the physical body. It tells the brain and the spirit that the ritual is finished, and now you are firmly back in control of your physical reality. Consistency is like a key. It's just like a muscle. The more often you visualize your shield, the more it's the stronger, and the more automatically it becomes over time. You need to more focus on strength, not fear. And always remember, more like that is more like your more like zone. It's your land. Every bit of that is all yours. Every single bit of that. Don't show more like not one drop of fear, not 1 ounce. Keep that invincible, impenetrable confidence, stronger and more like any steel been made. And yes, you are indeed the landlord of your body and your spirit. So show who's boss and who's really in control here. Negative white spirit and negative white psychic with the negative white energy, they are indeed uninvited guests around you. Once you start giving them attention, and they definitely want your attention, and for many reasons, they definitely want your attention. So stop giving it to them. And as well, very firmly tell them to leave. Very firmly. Very firmly, you need to tell them to leave and never come back around you. By doing these things, and as well, keeping that shield strong, and as well, telling them to leave again and again, to just leave, they will might start to lose interest, especially when you don't show them no attention. They will eventually might leave. Now here's some bonus tips for when you're out there in town and you feel more negative, more like energy, more like coming over you from the negative more spirits and psychics. This is called the zip up technique. When they start doing this stuff, you need to grab your zipper and zip it up. When you zip it up, this is the action of your shield. This shield gonna go all over you, protecting you, and as well pushing away the negativity away from you, shielding you the whole time you're in town. Now, when you're out there, if you come across more like some negative, more like people and stuff, use the mirror shield. So imagine more like some mirrors around you. When negativity try to more like toss at you, bounce off you and goes right back on them. If you feel more like negative, more like energy comes on you as well, more like it comes off you and then bounce back on them. And it goes more like what is yours is yours. What is mine. So they can definitely keep all that negativity to themselves. Negativity energy often make you feel floaty or lightheaded. You need to get back into your bones. Press your tongue to the roof of your mouth and wiggle your toes into your shoe. Grip a set of keys or coin in your pocket. The intent by focusing on a physical sensation, you force your spirit to set firmly in your body, which it make it much more harder for outsider influence to bother you. The water plus water is the ultimate neutralizer. The action: go to a restroom and run cold water over your wrist for 30 seconds. Now, if you can, splash on the back of your neck. The intent: visualize the water wash away the static or the film of the negative energy and you send it down in the drain. Now, one of the best things you can do when it comes down to negativity, more like spirits and negative more like psychics, is actually get bored with them. And as well, when you start not being afraid and start being indifferent with them, the negative more like spirit and psychics loses their interest in you. Now on that, if you got anything out of this video, drop a like. As well, put something down in that comment. Now, of course, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. May your energy remain your own, and may your path stay bright and clear one. Until the next time.